Yes.
If you are a master's or a PhD student wondering, should I stay in academia or you would like to move to the industry, this video is for you. Today, I'm talking with one of our first guests, that is Dr. Shekharaya, who is working in an industry currently, and we are going to talk honestly about what changed and what stayed the same in the industries and what they wish and what they had known earlier. This isn't not a motivational talk in general. This is just a real conversation. So, audience, this is our today's guest, Dr. Shekharaya.
Hi, Kaushalya.
Hello, Shekhar. How are you?
I'm good. How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. Thank you for asking. So, today's interview we are doing it in three segments. So, I wanted to ask you, how was your PhD experience and the postdoc experience, and I would also like to know what made you to do the transition to industry, and also I would like to know for our audience to know the actual difference between the academia as well as the industry. So,
Yeah, sure.
yeah. So, can you please tell me about the glimpse of your PhD, like where you have done your PhD and what are the projects you have worked on?
Yeah, it's really good to know where we are starting and where we need to go in the future as per our ambitions for a future goal. So, like me, I started my PhD journey in 2011. So, I got the fellowship, CSIR RGC fellowship for PhD to pursue PhD. So, then I looked for positions. I found in Jammu Kashmir, Triple IM Jammu, it is Indian Institute of Integrated Medicine. And there I moved for my PhD study. So, during my PhD, I worked in some natural product isolation, characterization, and also some organic chemistry and so new technologies to identify new technologies like kind of new reaction development in organic synthesis. So this was my PhD topic. So I spent around 5 years for my PhD. And during my postdoc, like I really enjoy as a chemist because my dream was to become a good chemist and to help people to become an industrialist. That was I already fixed my mind during my graduation. So I also give the information or suggestion to graduates who are young graduates who are taking and pursuing either BSc or MSc. So they should know where they want to reach finally and what are their future goal. Still starting from now onwards, they should start working towards that direction. Instead, like after completion, either masters or graduation, they should not in a situation to decide where to go. So they should have clarity because during the education, they definitely have some clarity in which subject they are very clear and which subject they are really interested and they read very passionate because even either in masters or graduation there are a lot of subjects. So one of the subject where we feel we always enjoy, we are happy to read and enjoy the read even 24 by 7 like that. So definitely one subject will be among those all subjects. So people should identify their strength because only individual can decide what are their strength in the particular subjects. So coming to me, so I was really impressed towards organic synthesis during my graduation. It was decided first year because my all lectures are very senior people and the way they taught and that drives me to continue my future life in organic chemistry. So that was the foundation to start my journey towards organic chemistry. So then I started my PhD like as an organic chemist, and after spending these 5 years at Triple I and Jammu, then based on my senior suggestion and if you start your PhD journey first year, so you will have all different kind of people. So PhD minimum it takes around 3 to 5 years maximum, and let's say if you join first year, You will find fifth year PhD student. You will also find first year PhD student. So you will have 5 years gap, all the experienced people. So during your stay at a PhD, you will have lot of experience and lot of good suggestions you will be receiving from your seniors or colleagues. So from there, you will also get very good idea what to do even after PhD if you don't have any full clarity. So then, yeah, based on that, like as I started normally with like other people also, it was going well. And during first year PhD, like when I thought whatever in MSc, it was completely different because during MSc, okay, let's say if we did some subject and if we pass the exam and then it's done. But PhD not like that. If you have really passionate about PhD, if you have strong guts to pursue your life in like a PhD and continue with your profession by taking PhD, it's not an easy because these days most of the people are really just to take up fellowship. People are pursuing PhD, but it should not like that because getting money, there are a lot of ways to do that. But if you are really interested, if you're really passionate about you do PhD and serve the nation, and if you have like that kind of seriousness, then only I think I would recommend to go PhD. Otherwise, if we are getting some fellowship for 5 years and let's see something else after that, or during 5 years PhD by taking fellowship, I will prepare some exams. If you are in that kind of mind, I recommend please don't choose that option because we have a lot of options outside. We can earn good money even without this. So don't waste your life for 5 years spending for PhD and you will take your life into the different track. Definitely, it is not a good option. So if you are anyone looking for this kind of opportunity, just first fix your mind what to do as a future chemist, either whatever your subject you are going for. So yeah, during my first year, I starting my PhD, I really a little bit struggle to understand the concept because it will be completely different what we read in book and in real life. So there we will slowly start thinking if we are doing any some reaction, you will understand how this reaction will go. Whatever we are reading in mechanisms, if we are very strong in basic knowledge, so we will understand very quickly, and our mindset also should be very flexible to work. So we cannot fix like I can work like maybe 9 to 5 or 9 to 6, then I will take rest. PhD not like that. So it is like passion. So if you are passionate about do PhD, you will really get good knowledge during PhD because 5 years time is it's a lot to learn. It will completely transition and change as a person entirely. So that will really decide you how you will succeed your life after PhD. Because whatever you are learning PhD, that is really basic foundation. If you if you really learn very good techniques and knowledge during PhD, that will help you to move forward the in the same profession if you are continuing with. So yeah, after spending there 5 years, then I started looking for industry because uh, as I said earlier, during my graduation itself, I thought to decide to go industry. Then after my PhD, I directly started industry job position, and I found a job in Hyderabad. So there I worked for 2 years. Then having PhD also good option, but in industry, if you want to as along with the financial status, we also should grow. So if you have only PhD, definitely that will be like kind of limiting factor, but it's not an important. But having postdoc, it's really important because if you go for postdoc out of the country, you will have cross cultural knowledge and all kind of people you will meet and different kind of research you will see and you will also get a chance to explore yourself, how the world is running towards science. So I learned. So yeah, just a minute. Yeah. After 2 years in spending in an industry in Hyderabad, then I started looking for postdoc. I found postdoc in United States. So the Ohio State University, I went for postdoc and I joined in chemistry department. There I worked in a chemical biology field. So my completely basic background was in organic synthesis, but my postdoc topic was kind of it's biochemistry. It's not completely biology or not completely chemistry. It is mix of both. So I really glad to get that opportunity, because implementing my chemistry knowledge to the biology and learning biology techniques, I really motivated myself a lot. So I spent around 3.5 years, and I learned several things, and I also had like all kind of people uh, uh, over the globe. So then, after spending 3.5 years, I started looking back to come to India, because, yeah, I want to stay with the family, and I need to support two family. And yeah, I already decided before going postdoc. After spending some time as a postdoc, I should come back. So that was the plan. So as per plan, I came back. So before coming to India, because we cannot spend like idle. After having this much experience and PhD postdoc, you should not sit like idle. So that's why I started looking job before coming here. So then, luckily, I got the opportunity to multiple places. So one of that I have chosen. So then I started again back industry field. Then after postdoc, whatever I position started like as a team leader. So after PhD, I spent for 2 years in industry as an individual performer. But from individual performer to team leader, it's completely a change, because if you are working anything alone, so you are only the responsible, and you don't bother about what is going on and what other people are doing. So if you are managing a team, so you are the complete whole and sole responsibility for the project. So we have to be like responsible person for internal and external collaborations. So yeah, that position was very crucial. So let's say if you have PhD and postdoc experience, definitely people will get this kind of opportunities to lead the team. So yeah, getting opportunity to lead the team always really great, and it's really challenging, because we have a lot of responsibilities as a like we have to consider all individuals, everyone productivity and performance we have to manage, and apart from that, that from professional and personal balance also we have to keep maintain. So people, we have to consider all the things subject wise, and people emotions and project, and ultimately we have to give the delivery as per the client requirement. So manage the client without any complaint. That is also a very good role. So I would say. So during like let if we start our journey step by step, definitely we will learn a lot of things, and a lot of people will help us to grow during this journey. So no need to worry like when you are starting. So by the time you will learn everything. So I also like a very common person who came from. So I came from very middle class family, and I started my journey with very cool. So like before starting anything, I don't know like what was the complete picture. So by after starting the things or positions, I came to know slowly one by one, and currently I have completed around 7 years experience in industry, and I'm leading around 30 members, and I'm leading teams now. So yeah, this is all about my small journey. Yeah, whoever thinking to start their life to do PhD and what to do next industry, and how are the things will go, and like can we survive in industry? because I don't know much thing, and I don't know more people, like how can I get help. So if you have any kind of this doubt, no need to worry. Just to go with your whatever you are starting. Just to think about that and give your 100% efforts at current position. Don't think what is going in future.
Okay, thank you for that explanation, Shekhar. So, what I would like to know from you is you said that you have done your PhD in organic chemistry, and then in your postdoc, you have done in biochemistry related. So, how did you take that transition as? Do you think that it is like a kind of hard transition or it was like a smooth run? What is your experience?
Yeah. So like when I started my postdoc, so my professor explained me what are my roles. So like I have all original organic background, organic synthesis background. So in my lab, it is pure biochemistry background. So here, to make my job easy, my duties easy, my professor made me very clear direction, like having organic chemist. So I am having art of making molecules, drug molecules. Those can be tested to the biology. For this, so he has allotted one PhD guy who was doing pure biochemistry. So and like biochemistry, they have knowledge in organic synthesis, also biology, but it is not core subject. But I am the specialist person who can make molecule very quickly. So based on that reason, my professor selected candidate who can make the molecules very quickly and help the biology people to get the results quickly. So yeah, that was my role, and I started my journey like making molecules in the lab. And first 1 year, I have completely engaged in making only molecules, like a pure organic chemist. Then from second year onwards, my PhD students really helped me a lot to understand the biology concept and start the small experiments. So it was very good. So all PhD students really helped me a lot. To me to learn biology because it was completely new to me. And when I started hearing biology, and when I was sitting in meeting, it was completely blank when they are starting biology. So because I was very like limited knowledge in the particular area, what we are doing in the lab. So after maybe it takes me nearly 1 year to understand what exactly we are doing. But as an organic chemist, what they need, molecules, I can able to produce maybe in a weeks or month. But for biology, understanding biology concept, it's like a ocean. So, but after second year, after starting second year, I really understand what are the concept and what we are doing. Then I started biology slowly, and like before I left my postdoc, I started my experiment my own. So
Okay. Uh,
yeah,
Thank you for explaining so well. And that made me fascinated that what is the difference in role of the PI you have observed when compared with your PhD and postdoc? Because in my experience, I feel like in during our PhDs, we are like babies, and they like literally PIs took a lot of care and they literally teach us. But when it comes to the postdoc, that transition is totally different. So how was that journey with your PI?
okay. So yeah, PI mentorship is always it's a big responsibility. When you're doing individual, so you don't need to bother anything. So just if you get your result, that's fine. Even if you don't get results, okay, you can tell your PI, okay, I tried this one, it's not working, and then you will be free. But it's your PI responsibility to make it work. So if you are passionate about like your in your role, so you should be responsible like a individual PI. So if you set your mind, if you change your thought process in that direction, you will become very good PI, or you are good like employee to the any organization. Everyone should think that direction. We should not think like an individual. Okay, now for today, whatever the roles assigned me, so it was completed. So it's my job is done. You should not think like that, because if we are in that way, so we cannot grow definitely, and we cannot sustain for long time. Everyone want to grow, and if you are thinking that way, definitely your PI role will be minimum in your case. So if every individual employee, if you work and if they think like that, so their PI responsibilities will be very less, and they will focus on the other things, like even multiple projects, or like multiple people. So if they are spending more time to the like one or two persons, you are consuming your time, and you are stopping your growth, what to learn, and what are the steps to move forward, and you are also draining their time, because they cannot spend other things. So if you every individual should think like, if I am in place of my next level, what is the result, and what kind of decision I'm going to take. If you start thinking that way, from starting from like whenever you are going to do any job, not just a industry, even like other professional, whatever you are say, like doing, so we should think always our next level. So if we start thinking that direction, definitely we don't realize that time. So we are taking too much work or too much pressure, but it's really help us to grow very fast. So if we are start thinking and working that direction, definitely people will recognize. They will give more responsibility. So your buddies also will recognize. Okay, this guy's changed a lot. So if we start working that one, it definitely it will really help. So for me, I also started like individual performer in industry, and when I started expressing myself to take other responsibilities, within 3 months, my managers allotted me three team members. Then I managed well, and they were happy the way I took the member team as a small team initially, and based on the results, they and their observation for like 2 months. After from starting from third month, they added 9 members.
Okay.
So yeah, this I we can clearly understand. Are we growing really? So that will tell us without
So you
asking
are
anything. We
so
will
you
get.
are saying that whatever aim we have for our futuristic self, we need to train in that way. And if we are responsible to our acts, then the role of PI will be very minimum, or else it would be very difficult for the PI to handle us, right?
Yes, yes,
Okay,
yeah.
I get it.
Yeah, we have to help our PA. If you
Yes.
start thinking and working towards your next level, so definitely you should help their 40 to 50% of their work, whatever they are doing for you. So if you do this one, so definitely they will get minimum time. In your case, they will take other responsibilities. Then you will have a chance to go in their position. So
Yeah,
that is the
I
overall
totally
concept.
agree. Yeah, I totally agree because in my experience, I feel like the role of PI as well as the postdoc goes hand in hand. So you both
Yes.
have to walk like together at the same time. So it would be beneficial to him and to his lab, and also as a postdoc that adds up in our career. Yeah, thank you so much, Shekhar, for explaining
Right.
that. So the next thing what I would like to know is, in general, most of the audience does have a perception that whether you are a PhD or you're a postdoc, because still masters, we do have like a kind of timetable which typically sticks for like 8 hours in a day. And until they come into the reality, they will not realize what exactly the PhD or the postdoc life is. So, what is your take on that with respect to the timelines and like how typical our day looks like? Does it start at 9 a.m. and it will shut down at 5, or it can go anytime? Yeah, I would like to know in your words.
Okay, yeah, it's really good question, and it's really important to understand how we work and how long we will work. So it's completely depends on person to person and thought process. So if you need just a job, and if you don't think much about that, so you can work like 9 to 5 or 9 to 6, and you don't expect anything after that, because if you're kind of that person, you will get salary definitely. If you change job also, you will get a job. But if you want to become very good position in future, even if you want to become a role model, or if you want to grow your chain very big, you should work very hard. So this is a very it is not a like simple example. We can see lot of real examples in the world. Like if you see any CEO in any organization in the world, so no one worked 9 to 6 job. They have to work a lot. If you work, if you stretch yourself, and if you stretch your mind and planning yourself, then you will learn a lot and you will grow a lot. So, like having fixed mindset, it's not going to work at all.
Yeah,
And
I,
because it is a racing world now, and now AI in front of us,
yeah,
so we have to race with AI also. So
yeah,
now every day new things and new technologies are coming in the like world, so we have to be updated ourselves, and we have to mold ourselves to work as per the new technologies and new developments. So everyone should aware and learn the new techniques. We have to adapt very quickly, because if you are reading textbook and I will apply only that textbook knowledge, I don't know anything, I don't bother about that. So then you will be like last bench.
yeah,
So
I
you should,
understand.
if you want to come to front, if you want to become like higher level, and if you want to get really good position, you should not think about time. And first, it's all about mindset, how you are
Yes,
taking it. So we should not take very seriously to the heart. So we have to be keep our life, professional and personal life, balanced. So
yeah,
for that one, it's not coming through one day. So if you start practicing slowly, so maybe 6 months or 1 year, you will get adjusted. But it has to be adjusted to the real world, and we
yeah.
have to understand that reality.
Yeah, so as a postdoc myself, I can totally relate to whatever you said, because doing postdoc or doing PhD is totally related to passion. And there were many leaders who told that passion doesn't work with respect to time. Like you have
Correct.
to, yeah, if you want to build yourself and if you would like to learn something new, time doesn't stop you from doing that. So yeah, I
Yes.
totally agree with whatever you say. Thank
Yeah.
you for that explanation. And the next thing what I would like to ask you is the way how you transition to the industry. I clearly understand from your previous explanations that you would like to move to the industry, and you said that you have that thing in your mind like from your graduation self, right? But my
Yeah.
question straightforwardly is, from how long did you start approaching and applying to the industries? Do you have any referrals? Did you try referrals, or you have any recommendations, or like how do you think that the path opened to you back to the industry again?
Yeah, as I said, during PhD, you will have 5 years different kind of experience people in your plate only. So you will have 1 year experience, and people are completing PhD and they are going for either postdoc or industry. So definitely, without knowing you, you are developed. You already you will be developing your circle,
Yeah,
like
a
a
lot of
different kind of
network. Yeah,
experienced people and network. So based on that, you can approach. And now even yeah, having said this, we also have a lot of tools in the market. Let's say LinkedIn, it's a very good professional way to search job. So you can find entire the globe in your mobile, just in front of you in a second. So if you post your resume very quickly, and a lot of people will see. So and you will also see the lot of whatever job invitations as well. You can also approach that, and by knowing developing network during like study or PhD or MSc whatever. So definitely you will come to know the people who are working in the particular field. So if you are looking for industry, so definitely you will start working towards industry. So you have to look for the people who are already working, and you should start getting some suggestions. How you need to prepare, and how you need to change to from academia to industry. So
Yeah.
like transition from in academia to industry is little bit I can say we can see a lot of difference. So industry means it will work very practically. In academia, if you pass exam, if you get 99%, you are fine. But if you are coming with a 99%, but if you are not able to perform, if you are not able to adapt the culture in industry, it's not going to work. You will become zero. So it's like academia and your professionals and credentials are just opening the door.
Yeah.
But in
Thank
like
you.
the next.
Thank you for keeping this one because my next couple questions are totally related to that one. So I would like to ask when you were applying, so what are the major modifications you have done to your resume or CV when you are applying to the industry compared to the academia, or you just kept it as the same? Like if you would like to suggest any changes for the grad students to apply to the industry, so what are the things they should add to their resume when they are majorly focusing to the industry sector?
Yeah, it's really a good question and very important to know the people. So, in like writing in the resume for academia and industry is completely different. So, academia will decide how diversity you are working, and what kind of publications you have published, and what kind of research you did. So, for that one, you definitely need to explain a few things in the resume. But when it comes to the industry, so people will see maximum 1 to 2 minutes, then we'll take a decision whether we should move forward with this resume or not. So within 2 minutes, they need to decide. So to get your CV attracted, you should not bring all stuff into the resume, and you should not make your resume in the pages. So my best way, and whatever I also got the suggestions from higher level people also, your resume should be idle in a 2 pages, maximum 2 pages. It should not go more than 2 pages. It should be your name and your address, your main graduation details, and if you have any experience, you should add experience. So like if someone moving from PhD or postdoc to the industry, so they will have lot of publications. So in that case, you should not bring all the publications into the resume. So you can highlight 5 best research articles in the CV, and you can give Google link. Uh, so if anybody interested in your resume, definitely they will go back and check your entire research profile. So my recommendation is, having your resume in 2 pages, it's always ideal. You can go anywhere, and everyone can read and understand, and they will decide are they going to move forward with your resume or not. So that will be enough. So whoever, if they are interested, definitely they will come back, and they will have a meeting, and they will get to know more details.
Uh, Thank you, Shekhar, for explaining this. So you just mentioned that if your resume is eye-catching and the recruiters doesn't have much time to look into your resume, and at max they'll just look into it like for 2 minutes and then they'll take the decision. So and then they'll decide to move forward with you or not, right? So this brings to the next question of what are the recruiters looking when they are hiring a particular candidate to the industry? What kind of questions they usually ask? uh, Usually in case if it is like the technical round, what specifically they focus on? Will they already like will they give the tips and tricks of what role I'm gonna play in the industry? So could you tell the audience about that?
Yeah. So, like, which kind of position you are looking for and you are applying for. So, when you apply someplace, so definitely you will, your recruiter will see your resume. So, based on their requirement, so they will find if you have that kind of experience. So, if you have any training during your education, you should add it. And if you have any small or medium experience, so you should add it. So, your resume, if you are applying to the X company, so you should look what are their roles and what they are working for and what kind of job they are looking for. So your resume, your experience and your skills, definitely it should match with their requirement. Then only people will start seeing interesting. So yeah, based on sometimes you might need to modify your resume based on the requirement. So, but to make it standardized, so have your skills and experience. You should add it. So as I mentioned, so we should not mention multiple publications in the resume. So instead that we can have our strengths and skills, because based on that people can decide, they can understand what is your knowledge and what are your skills, which are like those skills can help for their requirement.
Okay. So whatever you have explained till now, that is very clear for the person who does have minimum basic to minimum experience if they come to the industry. But how does it actually work when it comes for a fresher to approach to the industry? What exactly they look into the resume of a fresh master's or fresh PhD candidate, because they won't be having any kind of experience. So in that case, what exactly the recruiters look into?
Okay. Yeah, recruiter definitely first will see the graduations and their percentage. Okay. And during graduation, to like as a fresh candidate, while they are making resume, they also should focus on their skills. Like, let's say if you are a master chemist, so in master in chemist, you will have, especially like if you are looking for industry in chemistry related jobs. So people might definitely they have read organic synthesis mechanisms and reagents. So definitely same things is going to apply in industry. So they should mention a note what kind of reagents they know knowledge and how they will work, and they have to like it should be like a bullet points. It's not a like paragraph. So whatever we learn,
Okay.
which can be helpful in the industry, so we should have those key skills in the bullet point in the resume. Those kind of bullet point definitely will attract recruiter.
Okay. So your explanation is making me to think about one important question, which usually most of the master students do have. So as I know, per se, if I'm the master student who is about to graduate and I would like to apply for an industry position, so And let's say that I'm graduating in the specialization of organic synthesis. So, what would be the top five non negotiable techniques or applications I should be very well versed or focused on so that my resume can easily cut through to the selection process?
Yeah. And the first thing, basic concepts. Everyone should be very thorough in the basic concepts because basic concepts can't change in the academy or industry. In reality, it will work from basic only. So if you want to build a like 100 floors building, definitely you should start with a foundation. So our foundation should be strong. So like as an organic chemist, you all like organic reagents and how those reagents will work. So you should thorough in mechanisms. And like as a biology chemist, so if you are a biologist, so you should thoroughly read any biology concepts and how they will work in the reality. If you are doing any biology experiment, how cells are growing and how they will act and how drug will interact with the cells or in drug like molecules. So definitely these kind of things we already read in the masters. So those kind of concept we should be very thorough. If you are getting any chance to attend any interview, definitely people will start asking those direction only.
Okay, then what about the
So
techniques? Let's say if they get
definitely,
the if
like
they
as a
get
fresher.
okay, if they get the position in the company, so definitely basic concepts are very important to get through the interview. But I'm talking with respect to the techniques. What kind of techniques they should learn apart from the knowledge, apart from the subject knowledge?
Uh, okay. Techniques means how you are first thing how you are adjusting and adapting the new culture because you are just transitioning your into industry. So how quickly you are adapting your mindset from academia to the industry. That is the first technique, and you don't need to bother too much what is going to happen in industry because as in every fresh employee definitely will start from zero. So once you join in the industry, so industry people definitely they will have very good plan to train the people who are coming as a fresh. So if you are like starting as a fresh employee, you don't need to bother too much, you don't need to think too much. So whatever you learn during your either graduation or masters, you should be thorough in your subjects and just start your journey as normal. And once you start day by day, you will learn new things and mainly focus on how quickly you are learning and how quickly you are implementing and how you are showing the results with a excitement. So if you show that excitement and your learning and your ownership and acceptance in industry early stage, definitely people will recognize you. And if they identify you are actively learner and you are adapting the culture very quickly, definitely people will there to help you to grow very fast. So no need to worry when you are starting from zero because everyone has to start from zero only. Even me and everyone else after graduation or masters, everyone started from there. And now let's say if we talk about very great CEOs like Sundar Pichai, Tim Cook, and whoever, they also started from zero after their graduation, engineering or BTech, whatever. They also started like normal. Now they are leading world. So we should think that direction. Even if we don't know much, so we should start from whatever we are at the position.
Okay, thank you. Thank you so much for that explanation, Shekhar. So, I would also like to know the major differences between the academia and the industry because as an academician I can clearly say that we have to be on the tip of our toes with respect to whatever the current research is happening worldwide, right? So you have to be very thorough in your particular field, and you have to check what are the research going on over the world, and you have to keep yourself updated all the time. So do you think that quality is also necessary in the industry, or in industry do you think that up to date to the subject is kind of a backstep? What is your thought on that?
Okay, yeah, having up to date knowledge definitely it's a positive asset in industry and it is required because world is developing with a new technology. So industry will take care what is new going on, and definitely they will have some business either from in-house or external. So they definitely having some business. So if we are developing or if we are giving our skills with a new technology, whatever, because whatever new technology is coming is like shortcuts with a more advanced system. So if we are learning and getting updated ourselves, and if we are applying those updated techniques or knowledge in our routine life in industry, definitely it is a positive. um, but in academia, you will people will measure like how you are like publishing very recent research. In industry, here the major concept is how quickly you are solving problem and how quickly you are delivering the project without client compliance, and how you are maintaining client communications smoothly, and how you are maintaining internal and external collaborations balanced way. So those are the major key points in industry.
So, when you say the internal and external collaborations, you mean to say that the internal collaboration is the company and the external collaboration is the client? Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So, because most in academia, most of the people spend the major part of their time in writing papers, proposals, grants, and all that stuff. Do you think that in industries also the certain niche will spend the same amount of time on these aspects, or it is not the major priority in industry?
Okay. Here in industry, we will not have that kind of work, especially because like let's say different companies have different plans. So if we are like working in CRO, okay, we client will give business us.
What
So
is
we
CRO?
need to produce what they need.
What is CRO? You just
Contract
mentioned.
research organization.
Okay.
Contract research organization. Let's say if client they are working on some disease, so they are looking for a new drug. Okay, so they already have plan what kind of drugs they need to make. So they will have some separate team to design the drug molecules. So they will give those drug molecules to the other partners who are like they are collaborating with. Okay, so like for us, so we will get business from client. So client will give drug molecules, uh, just structures. So we need to, that is our duty, how we are going to make it, how we are planning, and how quickly we are delivering. That is the most important for us. So definitely they are, as since they are giving the molecule, we will plan the molecule and make the drug and deliver to the client. So they will test the biology and they will take into the next level. So this is kind of one kind of job role we are working for. And some companies, like if, they might have already established a drug and they want to increase their efficacy or scalability. So they will have different challenge. So let's say I can take very simple example. Let's say paracetamol. X company is working on paracetamol, and other part of the world also working on the same drug. So, but other Y company need to work on the same kind of drug, but they need to make that drug with a very simple and very low cost. Ultimately, it will come to the cost, how much we are spending and how much we are earning. So that means how efficiently you are making with a low cost, and how
Okay.
safely you are making, and how quickly you are making. These are the major key roles we need to focus in industry. So yeah,
Okay.
ultimately a drug will work in the same direction, but how like economic friendly, safety, and speed, how quickly you are making.
Okay. So thank you for explaining this. So we have 5 more minutes to finish this interview, and I would like to ask you a couple rapid fire questions. I want you to answer in a very short way and in very rapid way. Okay. So the my first question is,
Yeah, sure.
what is that one thing you miss in academia?
What
Just
is
one
the
thing.
thing I miss academia?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Okay, if you say so, then you can just say you don't miss anything in
Okay,
academia.
but okay. Yes, yes, yes. I think, yeah, definitely. I miss academia now. That like,
Yeah. And what is that one thing you enjoy most in industry?
okay, collaborating with multiple people with a different like levels, and having like solving problem together.
Okay. Okay. So my next one is, if you want to define academia in a small sentence, how you will define it?
Sorry, your voice was not clear.
Oh, if you want to define academia, how you will define it? Just in one small sentence or just one word? If you want to use one word for academia.
Yeah, academy it's like a library to generate new generation to the world. Definitely,
Okay.
academy always great.
Okay. Then how you will define industry in a short word?
How academia generating the generations in the academy, and how those generations are implementing and helping the world to survive safely and happily. That is industry.
Okay. So you say academia is like theory and industry is like practical.
Yeah.
Okay. So which work life balance you enjoyed most, whether it is academia or industry? You need to select one.
Okay. It's okay. Yeah, it's academy. I can say both, because academia we will have flexible timings. In
Yeah.
industry also we have flexible timings, but it depends on your role, where you are working for. So yeah, academia will have a little bit more time
Flexibility.
balance.
Okay.
Yes, yes.
Okay. What is one hardest thing you have found in academia? Can you hear me?
Yes, yes, yeah.
Yeah. What is one hardest thing you have found in academia?
Uh, Getting facility quickly to solve the problems, to identify problem. In industry, we will have a lot of options to solve the problems quickly.
Okay. Uh, which sector you think is more stable, academia or industry? Uh, Okay, Shekhar, finally we came to our final segment where I would like to ask you a couple questions which will help the masters and the PhDs now. So, my first question would be, what should be the master's student focus on in case if they would like to come into industry?
Okay, so yeah, it's really need to understand all master students who are graduating freshly, and who are also having minimum experience. So we have taken a lot of interviews so far since past 5 years. I had interviewed nearly 100 people. So what I found is that new generation is like people are lacking with the basic concepts, and even though some people are having with like 80%, 95% their like success rate and percentage, 9.5 CGA percentage, but they are struggling to explain the basic concepts when they are in interview. One thing, and some people are like they are not uh, getting premeditated to give in an interview. There are some like you should not go just like that to give any interview. So you should prepare very thoroughly, and you should prepare your subjects. So what are the key areas need to be asked in interviews? Like if you are, you know which kind of role you are going to give in interview. So you should have basic knowledge, and you should have basic concepts very thoroughly. And whenever you are giving any interview, you should be very confident first. And one more thing I can suggest, people should not think, okay, maybe I can say this might or might not correct, so they don't, maybe you should not think that way, because if someone asking any question means definitely they have knowledge, and they can recognize whether you are telling correct or not. So my sincere suggestion is, if you know, then you just tell clearly. If you don't know, definitely you say at that moment you don't know, and people can understand, and they really appreciate if you say if that at that moment if you are don't know.
Okay, so
Because I saw many people like that.
okay, maybe the interview panel might appreciate the honesty than trying to fish and cover and answer something which is
Yes,
not actually apt and correct. Okay. So,
correct. That's true.
as an organic chemist, what are the top books you suggest for the master's students in case they would like to prepare for the interviews or even for any entrance examinations?
Yeah, Vogel and Jerry March, they are very top organic chemistry books. And even though like considering books, I can tell concepts. So like in organic chemist, if you are any organic chemist, so please be thorough in organic reagents and their mechanisms. One thing. And the next thing is named reactions. There are some major named reactions are there. Whatever you learn in during your
Can you
masters
give
or
me some
graduation,
examples of that?
those named reactions only.
Can you give me some
Let's say,
examples
for
of that?
example, if you're, yeah, so metal catalyzed reactions, name reactions like Suzuki reaction. This is very well known and robust reaction. Like every, like 100%, I can say 100% people will face this question in any interview in any organic chemist. So, what is Suzuki reaction, and what are the mechanisms, and how it will work in theoretically and practically? So they should be very clear in telling the answers and mechanisms, especially like organic chemist. You should be thorough in mechanisms, any reaction. So how it is working, and like from starting material to product, what are the steps are involving in between intermediates, and how starting material getting converted to the product. You need to be clear to explain in the moment.
Okay, thank you for that. And my next question is, because this is the generation where we are seeing that AI is taking the major step in almost all kinds of sectors. So, as an organic chemist and also as a person who is working in industry, what are the tips and tricks you tell to the students on how to use AI in very efficient way in case if you would like to get into this one? What are your notes?
Yeah, and now the AI is transition world like anything. So as a chemist, not only chemist, any student, if you are giving, if you are using AI in your like different ways, you will get lot of knowledge. So you can try. I recommend everyone try AI, Microsoft like Copilot, Gemini. So use in a, like a right way. So if you don't know anything, so let's say go to Microsoft Copilot, ask that question the way you want. So the question how you are building, you will get answered in the same way. So yeah, that helping a lot. Even I am also trying in it very regularly in my daily life. Everyone is trying now. So it is like just part of our life. So if you are not adapting and not utilizing that AI means definitely you are completely behind.
Okay. And
Y-
the
y-
other thing, what I would like to ask is, what are the major mistakes which are like commonly everyone is commonly doing in an interview?
Okay. First thing, confidence. If you are showing no confidence, definitely people show disinterest in you. And first, listen what they are asking, understand, and try to give your best answer in correct way.
Okay, that's all I have for today's interview. Thank you so much, Shekhar, for patiently answering all my questions. This would be a really helpful video for all the masters as well as the grad students who would like to transition into industries, and also the tips and tricks you have explained comparing the industry as well as the academia. Thank you. Thank you so much for your time.
Yeah, thank you, Kausala. I'm glad to attend this session. So definitely, I'm happy to explain few things based on people having questions. We can have a one more round. We can clarify more things based on their doubts and clarifications. Yeah,
Sure.
definitely. I'm happy to clarify the people, and if there is any chance, I'm happy to help to my young generations.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much, Shekhar. That's really a great
Yeah,
honor.
sure.
Thank you for your time. Yeah.
Thank you. Bye bye.